Hello, I'm AJ Hammer, broadcasting tonight and every night from New York City.
Hi there, everyone. I'm Brooke Anderson, coming to you from Hollywood, and tonight, Madonna's brand new adoption battle.
Brooke, here we go again, or should I say, there goes Madonna again. And this could get even nastier than the last time. Madonna's taken some time out from her Sticky and Sweet concert tour, and she's in the African nation of Malawi tonight, fighting to adopt a second child, a young girl who lives in an orphanage there. But from the girl's own grandmother to adoption agencies, Madonna's got a big battle on her hands. And is Madonna getting special treatment? Showbiz Tonight, taking on all the tough questions, making big news right now. You thought the Octomom was causing controversy for having 8 kids. Showbiz Tonight can tell you Madonna is stirring up international mama drama for trying to adopt just 1 kid in Africa. CNN correspondent David McKenzie tells Showbiz Tonight from Kenya that Madonna's adoption saga has the entire region buzzing.
Depending on who you talk to, it's a hot button issue, and you can't really get anyone who doesn't have an opinion.
Showbiz Tonight takes you to the African nation of Malawi, where the material girl went to court to hear whether she'd be allowed to adopt a little girl from the poor country.
The child's name is Mercy James. She's 3 years old. She lives in an orphanage. Now, her mother was just a teenager when Mercy was born, and her mother died shortly after the birth.
How'd it go? How it went is that Madonna left court empty-handed. The judge said he's going to wait until Friday to rule on the adoption, but Showbiz Tonight can tell you critics all over the world are not waiting to slam Madonna's adoption plans.
We believe that children in poverty should be best looked after by their own people in their own environment, and that people like Madonna and organisations like Save the Children are best off helping those families by building schools and supporting them to look after these so-called orphans, and not transporting them to live in across the world in mansions, in pop stars' mansions, that sort of thing.
Madonna is in Malawi with her 12-year-old biological daughter Lourdes and 3-year-old son David, whom Madonna adopted from Malawi last year. That adoption, like this one, made Madonna the target of a lot of criticism.
Local civil rights groups are saying, look, the country's laws say that you have to live here about 1.5 years, be monitored, be determined whether or not you're fit to adopt a child. Madonna, on the other hand, is swooping in, picking up a kid, and leaving. And the civil rights groups say, hey, wait, that's not the way we do it here.
While touring the Malawi village where she plans to build a school, the blunt-talking pop star said she doesn't get what the adoption fuss is all about.
Can you understand people's reservations about this, seriously?
And some people in Malawi back Madonna, saying that a choice between living in an orphanage or with a rich pop star is an easy choice after all.
When you look at those two options, and then perhaps it becomes the best interest of the child to allow the adoption if the parents and the guardians all consent to it.
There are reports the girl's grandmother is indeed objecting to the adoption, but other reports suggest the little girl's relatives now have gotten over their objections.
The adoption looks like it's going to be a go.
People.com's Mike Fleeman tells Showbiz Tonight reports that Madonna's high-profile divorce from Guy Ritchie might complicate her newest adoption, amount to a whole lot of nothing.
We talked to a court official who says under Malawian law, single parents can adopt. All signs point to Madonna adopting this child without any serious legal challenge.
But for now, Madonna and her kids are in Malawi, riding out the storm of controversy and waiting to see if the court allows this mother of 3 to add a 4th child to her family.
So, will all the controversy prevent Madonna from adopting the little girl? Joining me tonight in Hollywood, Carlos Diaz, who's a correspondent for Extra. Also in Hollywood, Laura Saltman, who's a correspondent for AccessHollywood.com. Laura, Carlos, great to have you both with us. And Carlos, I want to begin with you because it seems to me that Madonna, if she is, which I would be surprised, but, she should not be shocked at all that this was going to stir up a lot of controversy. What do you think?
No. Well, she shouldn't be shocked because she went through the same thing with David Banda. But if you're looking for someone who's going to rip Madonna, meaning me, I'm not going to do it because I think this is absolutely insane that people are coming down on Madonna in this situation. The worst day with Madonna is better than the best day in Malawi. She is offering a way out for these kids, and I'm shocked. You know, when they, I mean, the term, you know, child trafficking has been used in this instance. I mean, basically, here's a woman who has proven herself with David Banda over the last 2.5 years to be a good mother when it comes to adoption, and now she's wanting to adopt a sister for David Banda who would be the same age, 3 or 4 years old, as her adopted son. Why in the world would you stand in the way of this?
Yeah, it seems like she is trying to provide opportunities for this little girl that maybe she would not otherwise have. And I want to go back to the fact that she has been through all this before. Children's agencies from all over the world cried out when she first tried to adopt her son David from Malawi a couple of years ago because it appeared that the process was fast-tracked because of who she is. And the same thing happening here again. Laura, there is that appearance that she's getting special treatment, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. I mean, the Malawi laws state that nobody from outside the country can adopt, and if they try to adopt, they have to come and live in the country for at least 18 months so that they can be evaluated and the child can learn about the culture that they live in if they are taken away. So, I mean, I can understand why people are upset, but I'm totally in agreement with Carlos. And what is the deal? She's going to give this child a better life.
Those laws are there for people who we don't know. Those laws are there so people can't swoop in and just take kids. And I understand those laws, but this is a different situation. And in this case, Madonna's money and fame can be used as an advantage.
As a benefit for that child, possibly. Well, reporters asked Madonna all about the criticism while Madonna was touring a site for a school along with her daughter Lourdes. I want you to watch what Madonna had to say.
Back in Malawi, Madonna. Can you tell us why you're adopting again, Madonna? Can you understand people's reservations about it, seriously?
Okay, Carlos, I know you're defending Madonna, and I completely understand that, but is that really the best way Madonna could have answered that it's none of their business? She is adopting a child from another country, for heaven's sakes. People are going to have questions.
Yeah, way to go, Madonna. Way to ruin my point. No, but I mean, it's right. She didn't handle that in the best way. But maybe the frustration is setting in with her. She went on Oprah before when she adopted David Banda, and you could see that frustration. You could hear it in her voice. You can hear it now in her voice. In her mind, she's trying to do something good. She's trying to do something right. And perhaps little Mercy, the girl that she wants to adopt, and David Banda can come back in 15 to 18 years and help this impoverished country. And like I said, Madonna might just be getting frustrated in this situation.
Possibly. I could understand that. And, you know, like you said, Carlos, she is helping a child who is in an orphanage. And this after the child's mother died. It's one of the poorest countries in the world. And this is astounding. Of the 13 million people in the country, 1.5 million are AIDS orphans. So, Laura, do you agree that we should be praising Madonna here for trying to give that child a better life?
Absolutely. I think anybody should be praised for trying to give a child a better life. There's so many children around the world that need to be adopted. To play devil's advocate a little bit, I've been reading some of the comments and all the stories, and the interesting thing is people are saying that, well, Madonna has all this money, so instead of helping one child, what about putting all that money towards opening a school or putting money towards these orphanages so that a lot of people can adopt? And I kind of have to agree with that maybe that is a little bit better.
She did that. She has a daycare center.
She's building the school, but they're talking about this specific orphanage where she got David from, where she got Mercy from.
And that could happen. She has been pouring some money into Malawi and is looking into doing more. We'll see what happens. Carlos Diaz, Laura Saltman, thank you both for your insight. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we've got a lot more on this developing story coming up. Showbiz Tonight is heading to Africa, where Madonna was in court today, plus the latest on the backlash against Madonna. Don't go anywhere. And now we want to hear